always. First the blade like ball fades. Echo when I let go of this praise in the hallway. Special, the way he wrestled with the devil. Come on. The pedal to the metal while leveling up all day. Yeah. It's always first the blade like ball fades. Echo when I let go of this praise in the hallway. Special, the way he wrestled with the devil. Come on. The pedal to the metal while leveling up all day.
Good evening, man. Good evening, man. Thank you for joining the show, man. I appreciate y'all, man. Coming all the way from Jamaica, man. I appreciate it. I appreciate y'all joining in, man. We got a spectacular show for you today, man. We want you to go ahead and subscribe to the channel, man. Subscribe to the channel. If you subscribe to the channel, I guarantee you, man, it's going to be a great show, man. Shout out to everybody who's watching, man. If you're watching by way of wherever you're watching from, I don't care where you're watching from. The only thing that matters, man, is that you came onto the show, man. Excuse me, man. The hair gets in my mouth every now and then, man. Thank you, though, for joining. It's going to be a great show, man. I'm just messing with y'all. Anyways, what's going on, y'all? My name is Tristan. Some of y'all call me TD. You know, some of y'all call me crazy. All that. Thank y'all for tuning in. This is the TDT Poshcast right here on YouTube. Thank you for joining. Thank you for your support. Thank you for subscribing and all that. If you are, by the way, y'all, this is a live YouTube podcast. So, you know, if you have any questions for our guest or any questions for me, you can just type them in the chat, in the comment box, and we'll show them on the screen. We're going to have some fun. We're going to talk Posh. We're going to talk reselling. We're going to talk live shows, and we're going to have some fun. Go ahead and subscribe and hit the notification bell so you always know when our guests are coming or when we have another show. So thank y'all for your support. And let's see who's watching, though, before we bring on our special guest. Who's watching here? What's going on, Reese? Threads of Reese by way of New Orleans, the 17th ward. I believe she's from the 17th ward. What's up, Jennifer Polo? We've been waiting since Hoffa died. Okay, so y'all will wait. Yeah, matter of fact, sorry about that, y'all. We started a few minutes late. What happened was Lele, she had to, you know, she realized her hands were ashy a little bit, so she had to grab some lotion. And when she did that, and then she had to get some water. I don't know what she has going on, but I thank her for coming over anyways. What's up, Reese? What's up? Absolute Affluence is in the building. What's going on with you? And Megan, Big Meg, some call her Big Head. Just joking. What's going on? Big Meg Styles is in the building. How you doing, Marcy? Let me see. Marcy Frederickson. Okay, what's going on? Oh, Eclectic Texas. There we go. How you doing, Eclectic Texas? It's good to see you. All right, y'all, without further ado, we're going to bring on our special guest for this evening. We're going to have some fun. We're going to talk. We're going to laugh. And hopefully no roasting will be involved. But if she wants it, she can get it. But we're not going to go there today. We're just going to have a good time today. She's one of my biggest supporters. I say that because she's been following me on Poshmark and supporting for a long time. Always coming to the shows, at least over a year now, maybe a year, 2 years now. She's been coming. So it's just a blessing to have her support. She's always there. She's always making y'all laugh. And, you know, she's always in y'all's business. And, you know, she likes to talk a lot in the chat. Y'all know her. Let's bring her in. The one, the only Orchids of Lele is in the building. Let's bring her on in. What's going on, Lele?
Hi. Hello. How are you?
I'm doing good. How you doing on this Sunday?
I'm great. Thank you so much for asking.
It's good to see you. Good to see you. Yes.
I
always like to thank my guests. I appreciate you taking time out. You know, I know you're a mother, you're a wife, you're a mother. We're going to talk about that in a moment. So thank you for taking your time out for your support, not only on Posh, but also on this Sunday for helping me get this podcast launched off the ground. So I appreciate it.
I was very excited. I couldn't wait. I'm happy it's finally my turn.
Well, you know. Well, hey, you know, we had to get through some people, but I'm glad you're here. What's going on? Damon Terry from Dallas. That's right. Parkinson is in the building. What's going on? Absolute Affluence says, "Oh wow, look at that hottie." Yeah, Lele. Yes, that is the one and only Lele. Is in the building. Yeah, she's very classy, y'all. She has. If you haven't followed her, follow her on Poshmark at Orchids of Lele. Go to her closet, check out her items. She has a lot of classy items. As a matter of fact, let's start there. What the type of items in your closet, is that how you dressed anyway? You know what I
Yes,
mean?
I typically dress classy and upscalish in a sense, not really
Right.
so much name brands, but you can mix and match and style it your way to
Mm-hmm.
your budget.
Yes. That's why I always see each time you see some items in the tray, y'all. Some of y'all already know it. There's always a class, elegance, date night type stuff.
Yes, for
Um,
sure.
extravaganza, uh, conference,
Galas and
galas,
birthdays
birth
and vacations,
vacation
getaways.
getaways.
Yes, that's kind of my vibe.
If you need that type of stuff, ladies, go to her closet. She has all the nice dresses, skirts. I mean, you might even find some Spider-Man shirts in there. She had like 3,500 Spider-Mans at one time. I don't know where she
They
got
are
them
all
from.
sold out, but I'm sure that I can find some more for you.
If you like Spider-Man,
My son loves Spider-Man, so yes. I have a little bit of everything. I have some makeup, I have some skincare, I
yes,
have some
skincare,
shoes, jeans, shirts, dresses, kids.
all that.
Yeah.
Kid stuff. Okay. It's not Damon, it's Renee. Oh, it's me. What's going on? It's me. You're using Damon's account. Gotcha, gotcha. Okay, Lele, where do
Yes.
you currently live?
I live in Lawrenceville, Georgia.
Lawrenceville, Georgia. Okay. I didn't
Yes,
realize it
that's
was
about
Lawrenceville.
45 minutes from Atlanta.
How many minutes? 45 minutes?
Yes.
Now, is that like a small town or
No, it's not. It's very big, and
very
it's
big?
in a very big county, which is Gwinnett County. So it's relatively new, maybe like 15 years old,
Okay.
but it's big here.
All right. How long you been there? I know I heard you say you moved from Florida. Is that right?
Yes, I'm from Miami, Florida. I moved here 8 years ago, almost 9 years ago.
Yes.
Yes.
Okay. Okay, Reese, I was just messing with you, Reese. Reese says I'm not from the 17th ward. Stop telling people that. Okay, y'all, it's a joke that I do
Hi,
with Reese.
Reese. How are you, honey?
She's not from the 17th ward. So let's clear that up. Thank you, Reese, for letting us know that you're not from there. But what is it like there in Lawrenceville?
It's
Is
very
it
quiet. It's extremely quiet over here. You don't really get too much activities. I live about 10 minutes from the police station, and it's very quiet
okay?
here. Yeah,
Very quiet. That's always nice.
it's a suburb, so you know how it is when you live in the suburbs. You get quiet.
Yeah, only people with ballers can live in the suburbs.
Yes, only established people can live in the suburbs.
Yeah, yeah. You
Tristan
all
knows
right?
about that.
You okay up here? You got
Yeah, I thought I had like a string from my shirt showing.
okay. Okay. Is that a spider? What is that right here on your left?
Don't play with me.
I'm just messing with you. You
I
didn't
know
fall
you
for it.
are.
Okay. She didn't fall for it. Okay.
I'm
All right.
onto you. Believe me.
What's a normal day like for, I like to ask Poshers that because people go live at different times, people
Uh-huh.
source at different times,
Uh-huh.
people list their items at different times. What's a
Mhm.
normal average day for Lele?
An average day involving Posh or not involving Posh?
Well,
'Cause it's
in
two
it, yeah,
different things.
Posh, yeah,
Sure.
different things.
My day involving Posh, I usually Posh from it can vary. I'm a night
Mhm.
owl, so depending on if I wake
Okay.
up at 10 o'clock in the morning, I'll Posh. There are some Poshers on. It's a 24-hour situation, but
Right.
usually you have your dedicated Poshers who Posh at designated times
Yeah.
throughout the week, and I will add my items to their share tray, and I'll mingle and mash and have
Yes.
conversations with people on there for throughout the day,
Hmm.
depending on how many people that I like to share on their tray is on. And as I'm doing those things, I'll cook, I'll clean, I'll take care of my children, I'll
Okay.
clean the house, I'll go on a walk, go to the store. You can do so many things as you're poshing. So it's really not restricted to me for what I can do. I can literally
Yeah.
be doing anything and everything and still be on Posh. I can go to the
Yeah.
so an everyday a daily thing for me on a typical day would be, yeah, me at home. I'm cooking, taking care of my children, getting them ready for school. It is
Okay.
summertime now, but typically getting them ready for school at 7 a.m., get them on the bus by 7:30, and then I typically will go back to sleep and then wake up at 10 and then start my
Hmm.
day with my other daughter who's 4 now. And we'll start with, of course, giving her food, taking care of her needs, and then I'll probably have her watch TV as I'm poshing. and
Yeah.
so on and so forth. So that's my typical day.
Yeah. I hope you give her food because if not, that
Of
wouldn't
course,
go
I
good.
feed
But
my
yes,
children,
yes. Well, I'm just saying. Yeah.
Yeah.
Okay. Now, with that being said, because there are a lot of late female pastors I know that have family and kids, do you find it difficult or challenging to posh how you want to posh? You know, with having a husband, with having kids, then you also want to make some money on the side with reselling. Does it kind of affect how you really would like to go at posh and have shows and things like that? You kind of
Without
squeeze it
question.
in.
For sure it does, especially for me. I have three children and
Yes.
I am married. My husband is a firefighter, so there's times where he is gone for 48 hours, sometimes
Okay.
92 hours if he's working overtime, double shifts. And
Mm-hmm.
I have to be the sole provider for my children as far as taking care of them. So it's not easy for me to find the time of solitude where it is quiet enough to posh. Although I
Right.
do, there are poshers who do posh and their children are very, involved and very opinionated and helping mom and dad or whatever the case may have you. But
Yeah.
for me and my style, I do not like that, and I would prefer to be focused on my items and on what I'm running, how much I'm running it for, the questions being asked to me, requests, and so on and so forth. But it is hard scheduling shows for me. I do prefer and wish I could be on at least 4 days a week.
Mm-hmm.
And as of right now, that is not the case for me. I am on maybe once or twice a week throughout the month.
Okay.
Although this week coming up, I will be on three times on Tuesday, Thursday, and Friday. I will be on.
Okay.
Is the first a Friday or a Saturday? The first is on a Saturday,
Um,
right?
the first. Well, let's take a glance. Yeah, this coming Saturday is the first.
Yes. So I'll be on Tuesday, Thursday, and Saturday, which is the first of my birthday. Yeah.
That's right. Your birthday is this Saturday, right?
Yes, it is.
Hey y'all, Lele's birthday is this Saturday. Go ahead and follow her, like her live show listing. Let's support Lele. Even purchase an item as a happy birthday gift.
That would be
Well,
great.
that would be great. Now is there somebody said there's feedback? Crystal said there's feedback. Are y'all hearing feedback as well? How does it sound to you, Lele?
I don't hear any feedback.
Okay, thank you. It's me says, have you ever considered homeschool?
I did have to homeschool my kids during the pandemic and having to take care of a newborn, and that was no fun. So, no, I do not prefer to homeschool my children. I believe that them being involved socially with other kids and having that physical interaction, especially with their
Hmm.
teachers, is very vital to their learning. They did not like being homeschooled. They gave me a lot of pushback as far as doing their actual work and being
Okay.
involved in their actual school activities and getting their homework and schoolwork done. So my children are very much social. They like to be outdoors and they like to be around other kids. So no, I would not be homeschooling my children. I definitely have homeschooled them as far as pre-K is concerned. I
Right.
homeschool them in pre-K and then they go on to kindergarten, first, second, and so on and so forth. So pre-K, yes, I do instill what is needed to be done for them to go on in their educational life. But that's as good as it's going to get with me.
Okay. So that
Yes.
answers that question about the homeschooling. It's me. Yeah. So being very busy. Um, well, you know what? You said something. You said some people do have their kids involved in the live shows. I've
Yes, they
seen
do.
that. I've
Yes.
seen kids ripping and running all across the camera, climbing on sofas, jumping and stuff, and throwing stuff. I've seen that.
Yes.
Um, so I guess it's kind of a chance you take if you want to do posh all the time. I guess your kids have to be involved. You
Yeah,
know
in,
what I
in,
mean?
a, in a sense, in a way, yes, I'm sure. I think everyone has a personal preference. I'm sure they could have someone watch their children for them for that allotted time that they're on Posh.
Right.
But, to each their own. I'm not knocking down anybody's hustle. I understand
Hmm.
completely that not everybody can find help. It's not easy for me to have help also. So I completely get it. But for me and my sanity, yes, I need that time for them to be away from me. Like
Right.
right
Right.
now,
Right.
they're outside playing and they're with their dad outside on their
Okay.
bikes and playing with their soccer balls and all that stuff.
Okay. Got you. Let's talk about sourcing.
Yes.
Does that kind of take time away from sourcing as well? Or do you find time that you can do that? You can go get items and to list them.
I honestly do not source physically for my Posh closet. I source
Okay. You source
virtually.
mentally. Okay. It's
No,
all in your
I
mind.
source virtually for
Oh,
my
okay. Okay.
items. A lot of the things in my closet is a personal item that I have brought for myself that just didn't work out for me,
Hmm.
and I will resell it and hope and pray that I get back some kind of money that I spent towards it. I am not a wholesaler, although pretty soon I hope that will be the case for me because I do want to be buying in bulk and I do want to be on Posh more often, hustling and bustling
Right.
right along with all of you. I love it. It gives you an opportunity to be an entrepreneur, being your own boss, making your own schedule and your own time. It's very nice to have, especially in my crazy hectic life.
Right. I haven't had an opportunity to do that either. I haven't done wholesale yet, but I know a lot of people who do it, and I think it's successful. Depending on how you go at it. I've never done it, but maybe
You
one
have
day.
to hustle when you're a wholesaler because you have like a thousand items being brought to you and a pallet and it's a lot of items that you have to sell and get them out of your home or your warehouse or wherever you're poshing from. So I completely understand some people they will posh from 9 to 9, or some people
Right.
will posh from the wee hours of 2, 3 o'clock in the morning, being that they were on since 10 in the morning. They will posh till 2, 3 the next morning
Yeah.
selling items. So I get it, and it's a hustle that I do admire a lot, and I wish and hope soon I will be a part of, for sure. I have a lot of goals that I want to accomplish and things that I would like to see for myself.
Right. How long have you been on Posh?
I have been on Posh for 5 years. I can't believe
Okay.
it. It's been a long time.
Now, so do you find because now, of course, you can go do live shows now. You can just list items only. How are the sales as far as when you're not doing shows, just straight out of your closet? Does you find it takes longer to make sales? Is it faster with live shows? What do you think about that?
I do find that it is faster to make sales when you're actually on live and showing your items to the buyers and people who are interested. Hi Megan, how are you, love? um they can ask you all the questions that they need. They can see the item. They could
Hmm.
the texture and the material and the color comes through better online live than
Right.
pictures to me. Sometimes if they would like to bundle an item and you don't have it listed, it's a perfect opportunity to show off those items that you don't have listed, because listing is time consuming, and especially if
Yes.
you wanted to have it to be a detailed listing with anything and everything that you could possibly imagine that your buyer would ask. So yes, live selling does help a lot. I think it's a complete game changer for Posh. Posh
Right.
was very standstilling kind of app where you would sell every so often. And it's a catch 22 also, because I have found that a lot of people do want items at an astoundingly low rate. Um and I think it's also have given people a kind of like silver spooning in the sense of, oh, I'm not paying that price for this item when I can get it somewhere else for XYZ cheaper. So I find the value of said quality of items are not being kept to where it should be when you are live selling also.
Yeah, that's a good point. That's a good point
Yeah.
because I've seen that certain brands come and go. Like you remember Lululemon belt bags, Vera Bradley, all those items that used to sell fast. Now you can't, you got to pray for a bid now.
They were selling like hotcakes and people were buying them at unbelievably high prices, unbelievably amount of prices. I couldn't believe it. Even the cosmetic bags of name brand items, I was astounded to see how high of a bid those items would go for.
Yeah. What do
Yeah,
you think as a person starting out? Let's say somebody's just is new to Posh, they starting to sell items. How do they stay on top of the trending items? You know what I mean? Because a lot of things come and go, and they come and go. What are there any tips that you may have for somebody to know what's trending or what's not? You know what I
I
mean?
think the best thing for you to do is really pay attention to the Posh newsletters. that they send to you via
Oh,
your email. And also in your news feed, if you scroll down to the bottom or the midsection, there are trending topics or trending items that they show you. So Posh does guide you in letting you know if there's a specific color, if there's some specific material like satin, or if it's a specific style like flare bottoms or A-line or so on and so forth. Posh just
right.
gives you that opportunity to be ahead of the game and add those items to your closet, whether it be just the color or the style to your closet so you can have more traffic that way. But I also feel like because trends come and go, I think it's the best thing for you to do is stay true to yourself and your aesthetics and what you would want to see in others' closets to have
Hmm.
it in your own closet for those people who are looking, and think of it as a buyer's point of view more than so for a seller's point of view. So that way you can get your items in and out of your closet as soon as possible. There's everything for everyone and everybody's looking for something on Posh. So variety is a very important thing to have in your closet for you to have steady sales.
Yeah, that's a good point. Okay, Big Meg says, Lily said, if you learn how to read, you can get your info on time. What are you talking about? Yeah. Okay.
I
For those
don't
of you who are
know.
watching, for
Is she
those of you
talking
who are
about like
watching,
the newsletters from the emails I was saying?
I don't know what she, she's a little, I don't know. She's, I don't know what's going on with her, but yes, I think everyone should learn how to read it. Yes, I agree, Big Meg. But anyways, so yeah, but that's a good point. It's important to stay on top of the newsletters, all
Yeah.
the news feed, because they do help you out along the way.
Yes.
What do you think about the 20% that Posh takes? Some people
I
don't
think
mind it, some people don't care.
uh
Some people,
for it's conflicting for me. I get it. It's an app. They have to have their money. They have to make their money. And
right?
really and truly, a lot of people, and I did see this on one live the other night where someone said, I think of it as a storefront fee. This is my
Okay,
storefront and that's what I'm paying for it, kind of like a renter's fee. And when I look at it that way, I get it. And I think it's very, very beneficial for those who are on Posh, who are steadily selling at a very high volume. I don't think that 20% really hits them that hard. But for us lower and mid tier sellers, that 20% hits and it hits really hard on us.
right.
And that makes us have to price our items to a certain amount of dollar value. And a lot of times we can go into the negative trying to just get that sell and that item out of our hands. That 20% does really make a difference.
It does make a difference. What do you? Because some people I've noticed they have like when they have something in their closet for a long time that's not selling, they just say, okay, I'm gonna do. Here we go, $3 starts, $5 starts. I see a lot of people selling things for $3, but they only get what 5 cents out of it.
Yes, they
Do
do.
you do you sell things that low? What's your kind of starting price if
Um,
somebody wants to
I
join
think
your show?
the lowest I have sold an item for was $5 starting. I will I don't think I will ever sell an item for $3. I don't own anything in my closet that is a retail value of $3. So for me to sell it for $3 on Posh to make 5 cents, I would rather give it to somebody in my family before I do that.
Yeah.
Because
Okay.
even the ink on my label printer costs more money than that. And
Right.
although, of course, we get the boxes for free via USPS, but no, my time alone is cost more than 5 cents.
Yeah. 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 I see that all the time. $3, $3, but I don't know. I guess to each his own.
It definitely has caught. I have conflicting feelings about $3 starts for sure.
Okay.
Some
Are
people
you?
feel some people feel that depending on how many people you have in your show, you can start it at $3. And I don't think that is the case. Maybe when Posh first started with their lives, that was the case. If you had 300 people in your live and you
Right.
started something at $3, yes, you would get bid up and you would get bid up
Hmm.
very well. But being that Posh Lives has been on for almost 2 years now, that has seems to fade very fast. You can start an item at $3, and even if there is 250 people in the show, I have seen items sell at $3.
Right.
So the
Yeah.
numbers in your show really don't matter anymore.
Yeah, I have bought something at $3. You
Oh,
know,
did you
um,
bundle?
did I bundle? I did not bundle. No, I did not
Oh,
bundle.
wait.
No, I
Oh,
did not
that karma's
bundle.
coming for you, boy.
Yeah, people try to force you to bundle. But no,
I mean, it's a good thing to do because that 794, 797 shipping does eat away at the cost of your total. So I mean, if you can get something else for that same shipping price, why not? And also the seller gets another sell. So
right,
I think
right.
everybody can be happy when you
Yeah,
bundle.
it is good to. Yeah, I bundle where I can, and I see people bundle all the time. So it is good to bundle. Let me ask you this, because you mentioned since we're talking about the $3 starts.
Yes.
How do you feel about people like you said, there's like maybe 60 people in the show, or whatever, and the item sells like they're running for $3 and it sells for like $5,
Okay.
and then they want to cancel.
No,
Do you
absolutely
think it's
not.
right?
Absolutely not. I have
No.
had that happen to me where I have bought a MK bag and it sold for $19 and the
Hmm.
seller was not happy and she started it at $3 and I didn't fight her about it. I let her have her cancellation. I
Right.
did feel a little bad towards her because I know that that bag was worth at least $300, but this is the game and the risk you take when you're starting something for so low and hoping and praying it goes for higher than your asking price in your closet. So no, I do not feel bad for people who start things at $3. No one is forcing you. No one's begging you. It's your
Right.
show. Start at your price and what you're comfortable losing if you do lose at the price you are starting it at.
Right. Speaking of cancellations, Crystal bought something, a Louis Vuitton. It was a low
Okay.
start. She bought it, and then the buyer canceled on her,
Okay.
and they sent her a message that said, "Hey, whatever they said, I
Okay.
didn't know it was going to sell for that price, or I don't know if you, since y'all were talking about it may not be authentic. I want to double check this and this and that." But I think the person released canceled because it sold real low.
Yes.
But correct me if I'm wrong. When you cancel an item on Posh, you have to one of this. You can't just cancel. You have to select a reason. You can't just cancel because you want to cancel. You have to put like buyer's request or something like that, right? You can't just cancel
For
it out.
I cannot give you 100% certainty of an answer because I do not cancel my orders, whether it be an accidental bid or not. I have done it once or twice, but I no longer do cancellations, period. So I really cannot tell you from my memory what exactly it looks like from the Posh screen.
Right.
But I do know that you have to give them a reason for sure, whether it be the seller, the buyer wants to cancel, or you yourself want to cancel for XYZ reason. But exactly the variations of selection, I have no idea. I don't remember.
Because I think because the person never responded. I told Crystal to ask the person, "Hey, why are you what cancellation reason did you select when you canceled my wallet?" And they
Oh
never
wow.
responded. And they never responded. I think they probably selected buyer's request when she didn't request it, you know.
Yes, probably. So that way the hit is not really personally on them.
Right. What's
Yeah.
going on, Avro?
Hi, honey. How are
Whose
you?
closet? Avro's closet is in the building. The only human
I
being to take home her high school locker. She has a locker from her high
I
school.
love that. I loved it.
Yeah, I think she told me she went to the principal saying, "I know y'all don't normally do this, but I need my locker. It's good luck," or whatever she said. The principal said, "Okay, for you, we will give you the locker." So now she has the locker at
Yes.
home in
I'm
our
very
house.
happy for her about that. She got to keep her locker. That's sweet.
Yes. What are some tips you have for live shows? Because you go to some shows and some shows they just kind of people just swipe and keep moving. What prevents somebody from swiping? Like, what tips do you have as far as having a professional live show? Staying engaged with the chat. You know, for people who are considering live, because there are a lot of people who are often nervous of doing a live show. A lot of people, like Jennifer Roto, she's
Yes.
one of the people. She says, "Hey, one day I'll build up the courage," and then other people ask questions. I don't know how to do it. What should I do? Do you have any tips for beginners who are thinking about going live and never done it?
The best thing I can do and the best thing I can tell you is make sure you have excellent lighting. Lighting is key in
Yes.
showing off your items, especially when you're having bright items or colorful items, or even your item is white in color, I think
Mm-hmm.
your lighting should be number one. Now, am I saying to spend like $200, $300, $500 on lighting alone? No. I use my lighting from my ring light and also just my natural light from my window that is right here and above me. And that's for me, that's all that I really truly need. But
Right.
find the best lighting in your home. Find a lighting where it makes sense for the time that you want to posh. Okay.
Mm-hmm.
If the sun is setting on your window and it's shadowing behind you, that might not be the best time for you to be doing posh.
Right.
So, as far as like any other advice, stay engaged. Please pay attention to the chat. If
Yes,
your
please.
buyers are asking you questions and you are not looking at the chat, they will leave because they will feel ignored. And
Right.
sometimes they will start to get rude with you, very impatient with you, and just yeah, just flat out leave, and then you will have a potential sell that you have currently lost. So please stay engaged. Please ask the buyers if they would like to see anything specific. That everything in your tray is up for grabs. They don't
Mm-hmm.
have to stick around. They can although I do know there are some sellers who like to stay in order of their tray for their own mental being because they like to stay organized in that fashion. But if they were to just give you a number, if you do it as a number tray from 1 to 50 or 1 to 45, whatever the case may have you, and
Right.
you let them know in the chat, hey, if there's anything you want to see, just let me know the number in the chat that you would like to see, and I can grab that for you. And make sure you have your clothes numbered correctly and corresponding to your Posh closet in the tray. I mean, your tray and the Posh tray is corresponding with your actual number lining of your clothing, so that you are not frantically looking for a number from that's supposed to be in the front that's now in the back, and so on and so forth. So try to stay as organized as you can as you flow through your tray and through your closet. And also make sure you have some things that you can easily bundle for your sellers to buy. Something
Right.
that is not too high of a cost, something that is very cute. It can be something that you find that you like personal, that will have them think of you, and when they buy in, they'll come back to you. And also when you are live selling, please make sure that you are packaging your items with care. I do know, especially with high volume sellers, they
Mm-hmm.
will just throw your items in a box or in a bag and keep it pushing. I get it. You have like 5,000 or 1,000, 2,000 items that you are selling. But I do believe that no matter how many items that you are selling, please add a personal touch to your package so that your buyer feels appreciated and liked and valued. So that way they can come back to you, and they know that they're getting quality because they're spending XYZ amount of money with you. Okay.
Lele kicking that knowledge, ain't she, y'all? She spend that Posh
Yes,
knowledge.
I
You said
am.
number one, you said lighting.
Yes,
Then you said engagement in
yes,
the chat, organization,
yes.
and then the last one you just said
Shipping.
shipping.
Yes, and please ship your items as fast as possible. That is very
Yes.
vital for your buyers because they are anxiously waiting on their new loved items. So when you're taking 2, 3, 4, 5, 7 days, and especially you're not communicating with these said buyers, they will cancel on you even after the fact because they do have that option, I believe, to cancel on you even if you are virtually buying. If
Mm-hmm.
the shipper, if the buyer, if the seller doesn't ship out in a certain amount of days, the buyer does have that option to cancel on you. So please
Right.
be very cautious of that, and stay on top of your orders. And please make sure you're not mixing up your items to people's orders. And that's
Yes.
very confusing. Um, just be kind to yourself. Be patient with yourself. Don't feel like you have to be anyone else on Posh. Everybody
Right.
is themselves and
Good
everybody
point.
has their own niche. Find your space, find your spot. And also, hi, love, how are you? Also, be yourself, okay? You don't have to be anyone. Take your time. Don't feel rushed.
Mm-hmm.
That will come with more experience, with more knowledge of how you're running the show.
Right.
the speed will pick up. Okay, so just take your time and make sure you let everyone know that this is your first, second, or third live, and to be patient and give you grace, and also yourself, give yourself grace, because I was very scared my first live. I went live automatically. I did not do a silent show. I did not do
Right.
a voiceover
Me either.
show. I did
Hmm.
an automatic. I went straight live, and I was very nervous and very scared. But I knew it was something that I wanted to do right after it ended. It just gave me all the feels, and I hope that it gives you the same thing too.
Yes, great points. I went live too on my first show. I
You
straight
did,
live. Yeah,
yeah.
Michael Jackson, 6 hours, straight up dancing, all that type of stuff.
I missed your first one, but I think
Yeah,
I caught the second or third one.
yeah, yeah. You've been following for a long time. That was like
Yeah,
2 years ago when I did that. Whenever they first started.
almost 2 years for sure.
Yeah,
Has to be.
yeah. Here's a
Yeah.
question from Absolute Affluent. Well, not a question, but Absolute Affluent says they feel like another pro tip is spend a little money on nice hangers. Don't use a plastic 50-cent hanger to showcase a garment. What do you think about the hangers? That's kind of a good point. What you think about the hangers?
My hangers are not cheap. As far as plastic is concerned,
Let's take a closer look at them. Let's take a closer. Let's
I
see.
do have velvet hangers, and they are rose gold, and pink also. So I do believe that for aesthetic reasons, you should have your closet look as clean and well put as possible. If it's in your budget, yes, I do believe you should and want to have very nice hangers for your very nice items. Your items are nice, so they should be hung in nice hangers. Yes,
Right.
but I do also see there are a lot of sellers on here that do use your regular plastic hangers. They're white in color or red in color or black in color, or even the clear ones with the wiring hook. I have seen sellers sell a whole
Mm-hmm.
tray of their items, and their clothes is on those hangers. So
Okay.
honestly and truly, it's all on your preference and what you choose and how you choose to have your closet and your live look aesthetically.
Right.
You don't have to spend a lot of money to start. I didn't, and
Yeah.
I have had a very successful lives, even though I'm not on as frequently as a lot of people are. So
Right.
it's your choice. Be cautious of it, and just go with your gut.
Go with your gut. Sarah Breeze is in the building. Thank you for joining. What's up? Kim is in the building. Thank you for joining. Here's a question from It's Me. She says, what do you think about this support your host? When people say, come on, guys, support your host, support your host.
Does she mean as far as like the buying on the listing that's shown, and you if you buy something they will send you a supporter item? Do you mean like in that sense?
I think she means you clarify with this. It's me, but I mean, I think she means when people say, come on, guys, support, like when people in the chat. I don't know what you mean. What do you mean? It's
That's
me.
why I need a
Clarify.
clarification so I can answer
Yeah.
correctly.
You
Yeah,
know, she types a little slow, so we're gonna wait about 10 minutes for her to clarify, and then we'll
that's
come back.
fine. We're
Here's
gonna have.
another question. How do you manage people? This is from Marcy Frederickson. How do you manage people coming into the chat and asking about an item that is not in your tray? Do you go to your closet and bring it in, or do you stick to your tray?
I personally, if I'm doing a themed show, I will tell the person who's interested in my item to send me an offer, and I will go from there with them as far as that item being sold or not being sold. But if I'm sticking to just anything goes kind of share show, because I'm a
Right.
share show host more than not,
Yeah.
then it's all for love and war. So yes, I will add it to the tray, even if it's not in regards to the theme, or even if it's not in regards to the flow of the tray. I am the host, so usually and typically my item will be ran first and should be taken care of first. So I will go grab that item, and then I will sell it to whoever is interested in into that item. And also depending on how I feel and whatever the buyer has agreed to, I will let them know that it is a closed bid, and or if it was an open bid, so anybody can bid on the item, or if
Right.
it's a closed bid where only that particular interested buyer can bid on that item.
Okay.
Yeah.
Hey y'all, if y'all still hear feedback, my apologies for the feedback. Somebody, Crystal says she's still hearing feedback. So if you hear feedback, uh, my
That's
apologies for the
that's
feedback.
interesting. I don't hear any.
Yeah, maybe on the I don't know. Okay, so it's me is saying she's talking about people that have a flyer that say support your host, and I guess
Okay.
you
Okay.
bid on that
Yeah.
flyer, almost like a tip flyer or something like that.
Yes. I'm conflicted on it only because of the simple fact that I have seen some sellers sell it for $20, $30, $50, and it does seem to be excessive in pricing. And then I also have to keep in mind that 20% that Posh does take. So
Right,
the host is not pocketing that 20, 30, $50 completely. Posh is going to come in and take that 20% off. So if a seller isn't a host who sells their items a lot of times in their show, they
hmm
literally do it every 50 items that they're sharing or 100 items that they're sharing. They're on for 2, 3, 4, 5 hours running and selling and sharing other people's items. Then
right,
yes, I do support them and that support the host
okay,
flyer that is pinned so they can kind of in a sense tip you for your hard work and your due diligence and making sure everybody else is getting paid. So we're, especially as a share show host, we don't get paid to sell your items. And the
exactly,
other thing that I'm conflicted on is the fact that you do not have to be a share show host. It is your
right,
choice. This is a choice that you have made. You can literally be on Posh and only sell your things and your things only. So for me, it is a catch 22. I am conflicted.
hmm
Um, I do like it at times, and other times, if I'm feeling forced to buy your item, or when I'm supporting the host and it gives me perks, and those perks are like at a high volume of having other people wait an additional 30, 40 hour and a half to get their item ran, I
right,
do kind of feel like it is not fair. Um, but like I said, it's very conflicting, and it's a conversation and a topic that is ever evolving, and it's today I can say one thing and then tomorrow I'll feel a different way. So I really think it does. I personally don't have one. I don't have a support the host flyer.
yes, me
I
either.
was, you don't have one either, right?
No,
I was thinking of having one only for the sheer fact that I am not on as frequently as other people are. And also, Posh does not have a tip factor or feature within the app.
right,
So, although I don't like sell my items an hour, 2 hours before I start sharing others, I do think it can be beneficial. It's just it all depends on how you go about it and how you are bringing it towards everyone else.
right. You don't want to abuse it.
Yeah, you don't want to
Yeah,
abuse it, and then you don't want it to be taken for granted either as a
right,
share show host. Because some people do use and abuse you as a share show host. They will come to your show like a fan, a dedicated person, to have you sell their items, and you try your hardest to sell their items for you, for you and for them. Because also, being a share show host does give you eyes on your items in your closet.
hmm
There are benefits to being a share show host for sure, but yes, so if there are people who are constantly, coming to your shows and are constantly asking to be ran, to be sold, to this, to that, yes, I do think that it is a nice added bonus for the host to get. I do think so.
Okay. Speaking of share shows, Absolute Affluence says, do you find share shows are beneficial to your sales?
Yes, I do find them beneficial to my sales because I do get a lot of eyes that I wouldn't typically get onto my closet.
hmm
And especially when you're doing a themed share show, I think those are vital to have so that people who are looking for specific items, they come to your show. They're like, okay, I need this, that, and this. and you type it into the chat and you let them know whatever you're looking for. You can write it and let us know in the chat. And everyone here is trying to make a sale. They're trying to help. They're trying to push
Right.
closets and items. So it takes a team effort to get those items sold and ran. And I think it is very beneficial to be a share show host in many ways. But as in
Yes.
anything and everything, there are cons to it. There are
Okay.
pros and there are cons to it. Yes.
Yes. VIP couponer, excuse me. VIP couponer says, what is your personal feeling on hosts selling spots in the tray? I've never seen that before.
That's exactly what I'm talking about when I say to you, as far as support your host flyers, and then someone will buy. Hi, hello, how are you? Someone will buy your said supported item, whatever it is that you're selling, or even if it's a thank you card, etc., etc.
Hmm.
They then therefore are boosted up into the waiting list. So they are then for taking up out of the waiting list, and they are ran maybe 3, 4 items of their items of from their closet will be added to your tray, and then they are ran. So they don't really have a waiting list.
Oh,
It's kind of like a VIP kind of thing where they'll get multiple runs, and you are diligently trying to sell their items because they have shown support to you. How do I feel about that? I am very conflicted about it. Yet again, it makes me feel like I have to buy something from you to
hmm,
get cut into this line of the queue of waiting. Um, Especially if I don't have said funds to support you, especially as to why I'm in the share show to begin with, or I'm trying to be on a live to sell my items to begin with because I don't have the exact personal funds to support you.
right.
It kind of feels forced. It kind of feels a little like um, favoritism,
Hmm.
and I don't like that. Although I do personally know a couple of hosts that I follow and I support, not
Hmm.
by buying their host flyer. I have not bought anybody's host flyer.
Right.
Um, Personally, I have not, and I don't think I will do that.
Hmm.
Um, Depending on what I'm buying from them, supporting them, if I feel moved, then I probably will do it. But I have seen it personally being done where you get first dibs in the tray if you are a buyer.
Right.
Now, as a show host, I do completely understand you need to make money because you're not in the business of just sitting around and making money for everyone else. And then you're out left in the dust and you spent 5 hours and not one of your items is being sold. I
Hmm.
completely get it. That has happened to me. I have been on a share show where I sat 4 or 5 hours selling other people's items and not made one sell for me. I
Right.
completely get it. This is a business. This is not to be taken personally. And there are a lot of people who do take this personally. So I can see it from a buyer and a seller's point of view as to why I'm conflicted on the topic and a lot of topics in regards to Posh, because I am a buyer and a seller. There are some
Yeah.
people who are just buyers, there are people who are solely sellers. So you can get a one sided kind of view on those questions being asked.
Right. Yeah. I think it's also you. It just you got to kind of just test it out.
Yes.
Some days you'll sell, some days you might not sell as good.
Yeah.
It's all about with anything. You just figure it out. Figure it out.
Find your
Um,
spot.
what do you think about lotion? Some people don't wear lotion. You can see the
You're not
ad.
you're not being serious right now, are
You
you?
know what I'm talking about? You can see
You're not
like
being serious.
like for example, you missed a few spots in between your fingers. So what do you think about people who come on
What, right
and
now? I missed a
and
few
they
spots right
and they
now.
had huh?
I missed a few spots right now.
Yeah, your baby pinky. In between, does it look like you've been walking on your hands? But that's
No,
not
I
what,
no, I
what
did
I'm
not.
saying is, what do you think about people who come? No, I'm just messing with you. I'm just
No,
joking.
I know you are.
No, but seriously, you didn't miss a spot. I'm just joking. The question, I'm just joking. But here we go. We have another question. Marcy Frederickson. Have you found a way to engage buyers through games or incentives for buyers that has been successful? Like I see a lot of people who do if you purchase, you go on the wheel, this the victory wheel, whatever you call it, or your name goes in the box. You know, do you do those type of things?
I did do that in my first live because back then it was very, very common to do it. And so I did do that for whoever did a purchase of 50 or more. They got put into a hat to win an MK belt. It was very nice, very two-sided. It was a very nice belt.
Right.
So I did do it on my first live, and there was conflicting evidence between the fact of it being appropriate or not appropriate on Posh, if it was prohibited or not prohibited on Posh. So I personally didn't do any more of those, just to stay in the clear, and of course having my closet still stay very active.
Right.
So I did not do any of those anymore. But I have seen people do that, and I do know where people who are buyers love that incentive, where they feel like they're getting an extra added bonus to their buying experience. So everybody likes, or a lot of people like that kind of like uh players luck. They want to play their luck on, take a chance on to see if they were going to win. So
Right.
I think it's very engaging, it's very fun. A lot of sellers, there's a lot of lives that I've been on that they do make it very fun. The wheel is very, very filled. And for me, if I am a buyer and I see that I am getting, or I could possibly win things that I have bought at a higher volume than what I personally spent on, then yes, I will take my chance and hope that I win said package of example of a 5-piece free people size extra small lot, or medium large lot, etc., because then I can therefore take those set items and add them to my closet to then recoup the money that I have made on my said purchases. So
Right.
which in turn can kind of make it look like you bought whatever you bought from the seller and you got it for free in that sense. So
Okay.
yes, I do like it. Have I done it? No. Besides that one time on my live. Will I do it? I honestly and truly don't know.
Okay. You going to Posh Fest?
I am not going to Posh Fest. I would have liked to, but it's in conflicting with my schedule. So
Yeah.
I will not be going.
I plan on going. I actually applied to speak and all that, so we'll see if I'm
Wow.
selected. That'll be
I
that'll be
hope
fun.
I hope they let you speak, because if anybody got an opinion, it's TD.
Yeah. Well, you know, hey, we do what we can do.
Who's going
You
to
know what I
interview
mean?
you? I think I asked you that yesterday on your live. I want to know who's going to interview you, since you've been
Oh, I
interviewing
don't know.
everyone.
I don't know. That's a good question. Next time I have my show, I'm gonna ask that. We can do the same thing. You can come on here, but somebody will interview me.
Yes, I think you should
Yeah.
get interviewed.
Yeah,
You
I'll
have
do
a
that.
very successful closet and a very successful live. So I'm sure
Well,
there's a lot of people who have questions for you.
yeah, well, thank you very much,
You're
Lele.
welcome.
I'm not gonna hold you too much longer, but what would you like to
Have me
see?
all evening.
What'd you say?
You have me all evening. It's fine.
Well, the game starts here in a
Oh,
little
we
bit, but
all know how much TD love a game.
yeah, the game starts. Crystal, oh, Crystal, you want to interview me, Crystal? Is that what you're saying?
That would be
Okay,
great to
we're
have
gonna
your
have all right.
wife do it.
That's what we're gonna do,
Oh,
Crystal.
that would
You're
be
gonna
so
interview
cute.
me coming up soon.
Yes.
Crystal T is in the
Yeah,
building.
that would be very cute.
Yes. Hey, we gotta. Oh, you want to interview? Really, TD? That must be a real pet peeve of yours. Which one? What's a pet peeve of mine? Lotion?
Yes, it is. If you are speaking of the lotion,
Yeah, it must be a real big delay on your end. I talked about that when Hitler died, but it must be a long delay.
oh my
Yeah,
goodness, it wasn't that long ago.
in about 10 minutes I talked about that. She act like we on Posh Fest now. You still talking about the lotion.
Oh
But
no.
yes. Well, I'm just saying, it's not a pet peeve, it's just it makes people laugh. That's really why I do that. People laugh
No,
all the time, you know.
but
But
he's
I did
not
have one
wrong.
lady. I did
But
have
you're
one
not.
lady.
Yeah.
I'm not gonna say her name, but I think
Don't.
somebody knows who she is. I had a lady come on and she joined my, she came on camera to show her item. She said, "Okay, y'all, I have these sandals. They're excellent use condition." She put the camera down on her feet. But she
She
should have
had
had
them on.
yeah, she had them on.
Oh wow.
She said she should have had socks on, no, but she didn't. She had socks off, and you can see the corns. You know what I'm saying? You can see the ash, you can see the corns, and look like she's been rock climbing with no shoes on, just climbing up the wall with no shoes, no socks. You know, that's how her feet look. Like they'd be like, "Ma'am, you have to come down, ma'am. You can't go up, ma'am. Did you come with her, ma'am? Come down. You can't climb the wall with no shoes and socks, please." That's how
Mm-hmm.
she look. So I'm just saying, it's mindful. Be mindful of that. You know,
You
lotion,
have to be mindful at all
toenails clipped.
times while you're on lives. At all
Yeah.
times, especially when you're on live with TD here, because he will forever carry that story on your back.
Yeah, well, hey, lotion. We want to see lotion, you know,
Yes,
especially
please.
if you got stuff all in your hands. You got Louis Vuitton, a new tag, Louis Vuitton speedy bag, but your hands are excellent use condition because you didn't put lotion
How did you
anything
remember
in your hand.
that item? My goodness, you have a very photographic memory.
Yes, I have a pretty good memory. Like I remember when you came on. No, I'm not gonna. Matter of fact, we're not gonna even go there, Lele,
When I
because
came on, when my
we're not
first
gonna go
live,
there. No, no, no. I'm just saying we're not gonna go. You've learned since then. You've applied lotion, so it's all good. It's all
I've
good.
always been lotioned up and down, honey. So,
Always lotioned up and down.
and
Okay.
down. Yes.
Yeah. Some people need to be lotioned down because they just lotioned up. But
Well, you got to hit all corners and hit all curves.
you
So,
gotta hit
you
all
got to hit
corners
all corners and all curves. You got to do it daily, daily.
daily. Hey y'all.
Yeah.
If you have any final questions for Lily, go ahead and submit them now before we play. We're gonna play this or that. And before I get
Oh,
you out of here,
we're playing a
Lily.
game. I love a good
Well,
game.
it's just a little, I'm trying to think of things to incorporate in the podcast. And right now I have this or that, but I'm gonna add more different things. So let's play this or that right here. Here we go. Dogs or cats?
That's a hard
Hello?
one. That's a hard one.
That's a hard one. Okay.
Yes.
I should have. Okay.
I'm gonna go with cat.
You have cats?
I have one cat. Yes, but
Okay. Kids? You didn't tell us that. You have kids?
I do have a I did have a dog, and I was raised with both animals. I was raised with cats and dogs. There was a point in my life where I had 7 cats and 5 dogs.
Seven
And
cats.
yes, there were like 4 of them were outside cats, and then the rest were inside cats. Basically, I had 3, and then my girl had a litter of kittens. So then 4 added to the number. Yeah.
Wow.
So same thing with my dogs. I had 2, and then they had litters. So
Mhm.
yeah, but I'm gonna say I prefer a cat. They're a lot more easy to take care of. They
Mm.
are a lot more, they're less needy. They can do their own thing. You don't have to walk them. You don't really too much have to bathe them. um they're very self-sufficient animals. So especially in this time in my life, I need some self-sufficiency. So I'm gonna go with the cat.
Okay.
I have a cat, and his name is Neptune. He's
Neptune. All
one,
right.
yeah,
That's a cool
Neptune,
name.
like the planet. He is 1 years old, so that
Okay.
is I think 15 in cat years, from the new update of years to human years to
Mm.
animals. Cats
Mm.
are every 1 human years, they're 15 years older. Google it. I'm no, professional at that, but yes, he's 15 years old, so he's very much a teenager. And yes, typical teenager things that boys do. I do deal with my cat. He is nowhere near my items that I sell, and I make sure I keep him away from them
I'm glad you
as
said that.
as
Yes.
well as possible, because I do know there are a lot of sellers who have pets, and their pets are up on everything, and
Yes. In the
that is
kitchen.
not my case.
Do your cats run across the stove and everything in the kitchen, or
My one
your
cat,
cat? The one cat.
no, I try to make sure I keep him off of the counters
Okay.
and away from foods as much as possible that is not really his things to be eating. Yeah.
What's up? Ed Ken Kim is in the building. Good to
Oh,
see you.
hi, honey love. How are you? If
Ed
I
Ken
miss
Kim.
anybody, hi
Now
to
that's one
all. If
person.
I miss
If you buy
any,
if you buy something from Ed Ken Kim, you better ship it before the show is over with, because she gonna
right?
message you. Where's my item? Where's my item? I'm like, man,
Yes,
the
ma'am.
show just ended.
Run
It's
it.
Sunday.
You should have been at the post office already.
Yeah. But okay, daytime or nighttime?
Oh, depending on what's happening. Depending on what's happening, but I'm gonna go
Depending
with
on what's
night.
happening.
Yes, like for instance, if I'm having an event that I'm going to and it's like say a pool party,
Right.
or if there's an event happening and it's at the beach, then I will pick the daytime. But
Okay.
I love night. I'm a night owl. I find it very
Mm,
soothing.
mm,
The nighttime just is very quiet. You can have you time. That is my typical me time. My children are asleep
right.
and I can watch whatever I want to watch. Because, if you're a mom, there's certain things you cannot be watching while your kids are present. And I'm not talking
Mm,
about X-rated things. I'm just talking about adult TV
okay.
shows like, things that are on Stars or things that are on Hulu or, like adult TV with
Yeah.
curse words and sexual situations and topics that
Okay.
you don't want your kids to know about. So
Right.
I'm
Right.
gonna pick night.
Okay. Night. What's going on? Pierce is in the building. Good to see you, Pierce.
Hi, hello, how are you?
Yeah, I don't know. We're gonna get through all these and Ken Kim, but how about fast food or cooked meals?
Cook meal.
Cooked meals. How about travel or homebody?
Are you talking about like traveling all the time? Like I'm constantly traveling
No, I'm talking about
from like one
travel or
from one place to the next place to the next place to the next place like that, or is it just like
uh, uh travel or homebody.
travel,
Okay. TV series or movies.
TV series?
Water or fire. I'm just joking. That's just a question I throw in there all the time. People always get confused by it. So, but I did have someone. I forgot who it was. Was it Avril? I think she answered immediately. I said water or fire. She said fire.
Oh,
Next,
really?
next question. Like
Wow.
it was a joke, but here we go. Comedies or romantic movies.
I like a rom-com.
A rom com. So have you seen The Fall Guy?
No, I haven't. I want to see it. What is it
Well,
on?
actually, that's more like action comedy. Never mind. I mean, action romance. But
I like
no,
this.
yeah, that was it's still in theaters. I think The Fall Guy
Oh,
about stunt doubles, the lives, kind of what they go through.
interesting.
Yeah, cars or SUVs?
Is it SUV a car?
No, ma'am. SUV is a sport utility vehicle.
I'm gonna go with car.
Okay, what's going on, Iris? That's Iris. Pierce is good to see you, Iris. How about sandals or shoes?
I'm gonna go with shoes.
Shoes. Okay, and my last question before I get you out of here. Um, What would you like to see next from Poshmark? Whether it be an update, something they can incorporate, an event. Do you have anything that you would like to see in the future of Posh?
Hmm. The future of Posh. I definitely want to see Posh have a tip feature so that we can get the support your host up and out of
Yes.
there. So, and I do want it to be where the tip is solely given to the seller. Posh takes not a cent
Oh,
from that. I do want to see Posh be a smoother app. There are some
oh,
times where it is glitched and there's a lot of hiccups. And I do
right,
want there to be way more surveillance on the type of shows that are being had on Posh, especially late nights.
right.
Um, I have so many. I wish the best for Posh. I like it. I love it. It has changed
Mhm.
my life. I
Yes.
started off on Posh just being a hobby, especially
Hmm.
for me during the pandemic. I was pregnant during the pandemic. I had my daughter during the
Okay.
pandemic. So it was a very much a light at the end of the tunnel for me. So it holds a close place to my heart. So I just hope a lot of success for Posh, therefore success for us. You get what I'm saying?
Yes.
So, and more events. I would like Posh to have more events more frequently. And I would like Posh to have more events that are definitely affordable
Hmm.
because this Posh Fest is quite a pretty penny to attend. So I wish they would have more affordable events, not just the small ones where it's like what is it called? The Posh, like in
Uh,
your city, that they have.
It's called a Posh Coffee or something. I don't know, something like that. Posh Meetup. I don't know what it's called.
Yeah. That I think they should have them more often
Mm-hmm.
so that we can get to know each other and more frequently. Because there were a lot of people in the Posh that I went to that I was like, who are these people? And I am on Posh Lives all day and night, and there were a lot of people faces that I didn't recognize, and I want to engage, and I want to know, and I want to share my items and see their items because this
Mm-hmm.
is a community. So I would like for Posh to have way more events for
Okay.
sure.
So you saying you went to one of those events in
Yes,
the
I
city?
did. I went like 2 months ago.
Okay. And you didn't know many people there?
I didn't know a lot of people that were there. There were a lot of people that I was like, who are these people? But in a good way, not in a who are these people? In a good way of curiosity and wanting to engage and connect and just network.
Gotcha. Okay, before we get out of here, tell people when's the next time you're going live.
I am going live on Tuesday at 4:30 Eastern Standard Time, and I am having a kids share show that day.
This coming Tuesday, y'all. The day after Memorial Day, 4:30 p.m. 4:30, right?
Yes.
Eastern Standard Time. If
Yes,
you're looking for kids items, check out her show. Also, she's having her birthday is this coming Saturday. She's having a birthday live show as well, correct?
Yes, and that will be a share show. All
What
things
time?
go. It's gonna be at 1 o'clock in the afternoon,
1 o'clock
Eastern Standard Time, and
Okay.
it's all share anything goes share show. Tuesday will be my kids share show, and Thursday will be my shoe share show, which I have done quite often. I love it. So yeah, Thursday is my shoe share show.
Okay. Great interview, says Crystal. You look beautiful, Lele. Happy birthday, says
Thank
Crystal.
you so much, honey. Thank you. I had a time. It was a time.
What's going on? Mother Love is in the building. Yeah, water fire. You know we gotta ask that one. How you doing, Mother Love? Oh, that's Mother Love. Keisha is your name. Okay.
Hi, hello.
Keisha Broaders. All right. Mother
Keisha.
Love.
Mother Love is Keisha.
Keisha or Keisha, one of them. I've never seen it spelled that way, but yes, Mother Love is in the building. Thank you for joining. All right, Lele. Well, I appreciate your time.
I've had a fun. It's been a fun time.
Yeah. And you gave a whole lot of great information.
Well, that's good to know.
Yeah, you did a whole lot of great tips. So for those of you who may be joining late, go ahead and watch this video again. It's going to be on my YouTube channel. She gave a lot of great tips about being successful posture, having a great live show, having a successful closet, sourcing, staying engaged with the chat. There's a whole lot of things you can learn from this interview from the one, the only Orchids of Lele. And hey, y'all, of course, you can follow me at TDT Garnett every Tuesday at 7:00 p.m. Central Standard Time and Saturdays at 7:00 p.m. Central Standard Time. Who will I be this weekend? You have to come to find out. Appreciate you again, Lele. Enjoy the rest of your Sunday.
Can't wait to see you. Can't wait to see who you're going to be.
Yeah, I appreciate all the support. And those of you who are watching, subscribe, hit the notification bell so you don't miss a video. We do this every Sunday with a new Posh live show host at 6:00 p.m. Central Standard Time. Orchids of Lele, TDT Garnett. We out.
It's always first the blade like ball fades. Echo when I let go of this praise in the hallway. Special, the way he wrestled with the devil. Come on. The pedal to the meadow while leveling up all day. Yeah. It's always first the blade like ball fades. Echo when I let go of this praise in the hallway. Special, the way he wrestled with the devil. Come on. The pedal to the meadow while leveling up all day.